Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Guess the Video Game Character. And here's your first character.
Crash Bandicoot.
Correct answer was Sonic the Hedgehog.
That didn't make sense! Hedgehogs are freaking blue!
Sonic the Hedgehog. Everyone knows who this little guy is. An icon of the 90s, a hero of our childhoods, the fastest thing alive. Oh, damn it, I've been watching the Month of Sonic trailer way too many times. Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those characters who remains still to this day a recognizable and iconic character in the video game industry. Of course, starting out as a simple rivalry to Nintendo's Super Mario Bros., while those games focused on fun, creative, and challenging level design, Sonic on the other hand focused on appeal, marketability, and of course, attitude, and thus became a hit in the 90s. Now, of course, nowadays, when people talk about Sonic the Hedgehog on the internet, their topics usually range from bad Sonic games, memes, Sonic the Hedgehog leaks, memes, Sonic the Hedgehog rumors, memes, Sonic Adventure 3, memes, and did I mention Sonic the Hedgehog 3? And memes!
Now that's all fine and dandy, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Today I'm here to talk about 4 games that I believe to be Sonic the Hedgehog at his peak. These aren't necessarily the 4 best Sonic games, but I believe that these 4 games represent Sonic the Hedgehog at his best in both 3D and 2D, and I believe have influenced Sonic the Hedgehog in some way, shape or form.
2 of these games are often considered some of the greatest Sonic games ever to be made, and the other 2, while at a certain point were considered great Sonic games, they have received more of a mixed reception nowadays, but I do believe they have good qualities in them. So, with all of that out of the way, this is a big fat review on Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure, and Sonic Generation. And of course, we're obviously going to have to start off with 1991 saw us the release of Sonic the Hedgehog, and ever since its release, it has taken the world by storm. Sonic 1 was a monumental title when it first came out, spawning tons of toys, merchandise, and even an album. It was great. Wish I could say something good about the game though. People really love talking about how much they really love hating this title. To be fair, a game that advertises the fact that you run incredibly fast sure has a lot of precise platforming moments. I mean, when we start off with Green Hill Zone, the game works fine, Sonic's running fast, just like the game advertised. And then the game developers just gave up. So, when designing Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the game developers only had one idea in their mind. Make Sonic go fast and only make him go fast. Oh yeah, and give him his own Luigi, I guess. Yahoo! And all of this would lead to the eventual creation of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And come on, do I even need to say anything about this game? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was, and still is, one of the greatest games of all time. As a sequel to the first game, it does everything a sequel should do to make it the superior title. New and improved movement options, better designed stages, a killer soundtrack, and players being rewarded for going out of their way to complete the game 100%. In addition to that, you can also play on the new 2-player mode, where the first player gets to play as Sonic the Hedgehog and the second player gets to play as the newly created character, Miles Tails Prower. Tails as is more widely known as. Tails is just such a fun, newly added character to the game, and while he doesn't do much at all, his inclusion in the game is still nice and appreciated. And man oh man, Sonic 2 wouldn't be considered one of the greatest games of all time if it didn't have some of the greatest levels of all time. The game starts you off in Emerald Hill Zone, which is mainly there to give the players a sense of familiarity. But after that, pretty much every other zone in the game is fun and memorable, with each of them having their own gimmicks that make them stand out from each other. Chemical Plant Zone is probably the highlight of this game. Being the second level in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it has a lot more tighter and difficult platforming sections. At the same time though, the speedy sections are way faster than the ones in Emerald Hill Zone. My favorite level in the game, however, is Casino Night Zone. I've always been a fan of these casino-like levels in games, and the gimmick of this zone is the fact that you get bounced around by these pinballs and that you can gain tons of rings by using the slot machines.
What kind of casino would even allow in a 15-year-old hedgehog and an 8-year-old fox? It's probably just another BS thing the game developers didn't want you to think too much about.
So yeah, that's everything I have to say about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. At its core, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is just a better version of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It took the foundation of that game and ran wild with it, creating a game that not only stands as one of the greatest Sonic games ever to be made, but one of the greatest games of all time. This means that the next game that had to follow up Sonic the Hedgehog 2 would need a lot of work to ensuring that it would live up to the legacy of that title. And this game just so happens to be Sonic CD, considered one of the most infamous Sonic games out there. Infamous because everything about it should make it one of the best Sonic games ever, but because it fails in so many ways, it doesn't even come close to that title. Sonic CD was one of the first ever Sonic games to be put on a CD, and because of this, it had a few advantages. CDs stored way more data than cartridges, and because of this, Sonic CD could look better, sound better, and in some cases, play better than the previous Sonic games. And yeah, that fact still stays true to this day. Sonic CD just looks way more vibrant and colorful than any other Sonic game beforehand. Like, look at the opening stage Bomb Tree Panic. Yeah, sure, it's just another green grassy area which you've seen before, but with the added detail in the environments, it's just way more fun to play through. And the soundtrack of this game is bopping. If you live in power regions in Japan. Okay, when you compare the two, yes, the Japanese soundtrack is better, but I think people hate way too much on the American soundtrack. It's not bad or anything, just different. But enough about graphics or music, let's get on to the actual gameplay of this game, and yeah, I can definitely see why some people hate this game. So I guess Sonic CD takes a bit of a page from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Instead of the fast-paced level design of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we go back to the maze-like level design of Sonic 1, and in my opinion, it's way worse. For some reason, this game tries its damn hardest to make sure that you don't go fast, often blocking your way with enemies and just bad level layout. And also, is it me, or are these levels a bit too colourful? This game goes for sort of abstract looking design, and it doesn't suit well with these large levels. Often, I'm going back and forth because the game doesn't give me a proper indication where the right path is. I guess the reason why these levels are so large is so that you have enough running speed to use the game's new time travel mechanic. That's right, in Sonic CD you can now time travel. All you have to do is find a time post that says either past or future, run a bit, and then voila, you're either in the past or the future. Well, we can officially confirm there was no building here 100 years ago. I mean, aesthetically it's cool I guess, seeing the past version, good future or bad future of a level, but there's real no purpose in actually doing this. If you're not trying to go out of your way to complete Sonic CD 100%, then there's no real reason to ever time travel in this game, defeating the whole purpose of this mechanic. And I think these flaws really show how Sonic CD does not live up to the legacy it once had. If you're playing the game normally, then yeah, Sonic CD is a really fun title, but all its gimmicks and poor choices of level design really do hinder the experience, making an end product that, while is fun, does nothing new to change up Sonic's gameplay. I guess the only interesting fact about Sonic CD was that it was the first game to introduce fan favorites Metal Sonic and Amy, but other than that, Sonic CD is really not going to do anything for you. After Sonic CD, people realized 2D games were going to last forever. We were heading to a new generation of gaming, and we knew that Sonic was going to change too, and that new type of Sonic game just happens to be Sonic Adventures is probably one of the most fun Sonic games I've ever played. The Sonic Adventures series is probably one of the most beloved Sonic 3D titles. I mean, you don't know how many times I've heard someone complain how we haven't gotten a Sonic Adventure 3 or how we should get a remake of the first two games. And after playing the game, yeah, I can definitely see why. Sonic Adventure does feel like what Sonic should feel like in 3D. And while I know many people love the Sonic Boost formula games, it's pretty obvious those games are more of a 3D version of the Sonic Rush series than a 3D version of classic Sonic. But going back to Sonic Adventures, there's actually a lot of stuff to like about this game. I really like how this game plays. Now I know the controls of this game are janky as all hell, but I think that's what makes Sonic Adventure so fun to play. Using this janky controls to exploit the game is really fun, especially when you're trying to speed run through a level. All the levels in this game are so fun to play through, especially Speed Highway. I mean, the amount of speed you can reach in this level is insane, especially when you're running down the building. It's exhilarating. And the story of the game isn't that bad. Sonic Adventures was originally being developed as a Sonic RPG game, so I understand why the story of the game is so important. But it's also pretty obvious that Adventures was the game that started the trend of Sonic games having epic stories. And look, at its core, Sonic the Hedgehog is such a simple character, so I don't see why Sega focuses so much on making Sonic games have interesting stories, and often they're not even that interesting, just convoluted. One of the main problems I have with Sonic Adventures is its multiple characters. Now, Sonic is a fast character in general, so levels can be beaten pretty quickly. I guess to avoid repetition, the game developers added multiple characters to keep the gameplay fresh, and this doesn't always work. Now, personally, I'm pretty alright with characters like Knuckles and Tails. Tails' missions revolve around you replaying the same levels you would do as Sonic, except now you're racing against him, and I'm totally fine with this, considering the gameplay is the exact same as Sonic's, except now with an added layer that still keeps the gameplay fun and fresh. Knuckles' levels, on the other hand, act like an open world collectathon, where you're out searching for emeralds. And I know some people don't like these levels. To me, they've been perfectly fine. They're a bit slow, but I enjoy them overall. The other characters' levels, on the other hand, either feel too tedious or just like another game entirely. But overall, Sonic Adventures was one of the more fun Sonic games I've played. While I'm not nostalgic to this game in any way, I do see why so many people really want a remake to this game. I mean, it's just so fun exploring the game to beat levels in record time. And everything about this game is just so charming, from hearing Sonic and Eggman's original voice actors to listening to the bopping soundtrack that mixes heavy metal, vocals, and jazz. Everything about this game, if I had to put it in one single word, would simply be fun. This game is fun. But there's one more game left, and out of all the games I've mentioned, this one may be the very best Sonic game to ever be released. And that game is Sonic Generations, in my opinion, is the best Sonic game ever to be released. I mean, the amount of fan service this game has is astounding, from the choice of music, the art gallery, the Easter eggs, and the choices of levels. The gameplay of Sonic Generations is the same seen in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors, the boost formula as many people like to call it. While previous 3D Sonic games were linear in design, the Boost Formula games feel even more linear. In some cases, they just feel like 3D racing games, considering the fact that you have a boost and drifting mechanic. But this is by no means a complaint. Sonic Generations is a fun platforming title, which will please fans of 2D and 3D Sonic. And it's a shame I don't have anything else to say about this game. I mean, the 2D sections are fun, obviously being based off the 2D games from the past, and they feel just as good as those games, if not better. And I especially love the 2D levels that are based off the 3D Sonic games. And of course, the 3D Sonic levels are as fun as ever, if not better, because of the brilliant level design of Sonic Generations. If there was one negative thing I had to say about the game, well, it's the fact that there's no original levels. But that's the point. Sonic Generations is an anniversary game. It's supposed to have reimagined levels from the past. The game, however, only has 18 stages, each of them containing 2 acts, one of them having 2D Sonic and the other 3D. And if you're wondering if this is a bit short, don't worry, because the game also has an extra challenge mode, which contains tons of mini games and new level parts, so I wouldn't call the game anything short. Sonic Generations is a really fun game, and it's probably my favorite Sonic game. But yeah, with all of that said, that was a big fat review on Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic Adventures, and Sonic Generations. Each of these games have something in them that makes them stand out, whether it's improving upon mechanics from an older title, adding new gimmicks to freshen up the gameplay, reinventing the gameplay, or celebrating the game's history as a whole. While not everyone will agree saying that these are some of the best Sonic games ever, but we can all agree that these games are important to Sonic's history, and they have shaped the way of what Sonic is to this day, and that's something special.
After taking a look at all the Sonic games, I feel much more comfortable with my video game characters. So what do you say we do a second round of Guess the Video Game Characters? Drunk Uncle, Other Drunk Uncle, Princess Zelda, Mike Wazowski, Sonic the Hedgehog.